here.
Kill. We can get that one out of the way.
What's that?
Let's do the bill we're going to kill first.
Okay,
It's
While
two
we're
of
waiting
them.
for everybody.
we can do that.
Yeah.
Are we live now?
Yep.
Okay, welcome everyone to the Motor Vehicle and Transportation Subcommittee within the Environment and Transportation Committee. Today is the 18th of March 2021, and we have 3 bills on our agenda today. Let's go ahead and get started with House Bill 947. That's Delegate Wells' Maryland Transit Administrative Disabled Reduced Fare Program for Opioid Treatment Program Patient Modification. I have had several conversations with the bill sponsor and with the Maryland Transit Administration, and there does not seem to be a way to amend or resolve this bill at this time. I don't see that happening this year. It just seems to be unresolvable. So after several conversations with the bill sponsor, here we are. So can I get a motion?
So does the sponsor wish to withdraw the bill, or?
Delegate Boyce?
I'm sorry. I was asking
Yeah,
I was asking.
I'm sorry, Delegate Boyce. The bill sponsor doesn't wish to withdraw the bill, but fully understands the position of the bill.
Motion.
Unfavorable?
Second.
Do I have a second? Okay, all those in favor of the unfavorable, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed to the unfavorable? Okay, that is great. Thank you.
I hope we really can work this out next year. I really think this is an important bill, and it just seemed like, I think to your point,
Yeah.
there was just confusion about, again, I thought the program worked differently in that they would just be able to purchase the passes and purchase directly and then be able to provide the passes and the IDs or whatever it was to the members of the clinic. But I guess, I don't know, just a little disappointed, but I understand.
So you know what, and this is my fault, Delegate Wells. I probably should have prefaced this with more information. After talking with the bill sponsor and the Maryland Transit Administration, the main issue was the database that MTA uses, and they have great concerns about allowing an outside agency or outside organization access to all the personal data on their database. And when talking with Delegate Wells, she pretty much said, I didn't know that it was going to be. She had those same concerns as well after having the conversation. So I asked her if she wanted to withdraw the bill, and she said she would prefer that we just do what we just did. That was her preference. And I should have explained that better. I'm sorry.
It's a good idea, though.
No, it's a really good
great
idea.
idea.
I just was really
Yeah.
hoping we could figure it out. But I get it. I just saying.
Yeah. Okay, and then Delegate Fisher is withdrawing HB 404, so we don't have to do anything with HB 404. The bill that we have left, do we have everybody here, I think? So we have HB 480. That's the vehicle laws, plug-in electric vehicle reserve parking spaces. I know, Patrick, that you have been talking with everybody, all the parties, and I think we are very close from our conversation this morning to having this bill done, right? I'll give it to you.
Well, we still may have to do some work on it in the Senate, but I think we've got to start moving these.
I agree.
Basically, we amend this bill. We've talked about some of this before. We amend this bill to alter the definition to make it more appropriate for plug-in electric drive vehicle parking, as opposed to the general definition for tax credit purposes. We also have some language for signage. Require signage for the electric vehicle charging spaces if there's any state funds used, including CEF, which does a lot of money for charging stations. And then if they get money collected from ratepayers, so if the utilities get into business, they have to put up signs. And then it requires the signage to indicate that the charging space is only for electric vehicle charging and include any day or time restrictions on the sign. and then requires in the bill to state the fine, and then just make sure the sign is consistent with the motor vehicle manual the state highway adopts and uses.
Okay,
You need to move the amendments?
And
Yeah, are there any
Larry, I
questions?
know you'll have a heartache, but we do require that the bill be plugged in at the charging station to park there. Not necessarily charging, but plugged in.
but that's the amendment, right? It says it has to be plugged in.
What's that?
One of the amendments is that the car must be plugged in.
That's correct.
Because I do see sometimes in some spots, EVs, if a place is really low on parking, an EV will pull into an EV spot simply because they can, and then they'll walk away and not charge and still have the parking spot. So I think it's good to make sure that that's in.
You can't always legislate good manners, but you'd hope EV code would probably, hopefully cut down on that sort of activity.
Yeah, I don't think very many of them do it because they know how bad it is for folks, but I've seen it a couple of times. It's not often, but I'm guessing that's exactly why they want that part of the amendment in there. Okay, on the amendments, are there any questions? I want to make sure I publicly say thank you to all involved to help craft this. I think, by the time we're done with the and/or the Senate, this should probably be a countrywide precedent setting. And other states may look at just kind of blueprinting or replicating ours, and it's been a lot of work, so I appreciate it. Is there a movement on the amendments?
Move the amendments, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor of the amendments, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, on the bill as amended.
Move the bill.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor of the bill as amended, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposed.
Delegate Parrott, you're voting against the chairman's bill?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, well, I think that clears it. Hey, we have.
Ooh, I'm a tell on you.
It's just,
Run tell that.
So we do have a lot of bills that are still backlogged at the end, so we'll have a busy couple of days. It's just, it's just the way crossover goes.
Hello.
Kind of, yeah. I can't hear you, Anna.
you're muted.
We do have a bunch of bills backlogged, and that's just because we're holding them for a variety of reasons. They've been in holding patterns, some of which I know, some of which I don't know, but probably in the next day or two, we'll have several more meetings. We have another 3 or 4 at least. Some of them are going to be big topics that we're going to have a lot of debate on and conversation to make sure everybody gets as comfortable as possible. And we will get those times out, but I would imagine, right, Patrick, we're going to probably have to meet tomorrow, and we will at the very least meet tomorrow.
Good.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm looking up to see if there's any
Patrick,
meetings
is that it?
scheduled for tomorrow. What's tomorrow, the 19th?
Yeah, it's the 9th.
Yes, Friday. the 19th.
Environment Subcommittee is meeting at 12:30 tomorrow.
And then 1:30 is a bill. We could probably meet after bill hearing. There's one bill, Montgomery County bill, that came in yesterday, so we had to throw it on for tomorrow.
Okay.
You want to say like 2 o'clock?
Yeah, let's do that. And I hope to get all the rest, clear for the rest of our list so we can get them on the list. So yeah, that's good. We should have enough time between now and then, right?
I expect we're
Okay.
going to have a long time on the floor tomorrow morning, so.
Well, then we will adjust.